Happy Friday, guys. Welcome back to another episode of You Belong. I hope that you've had a great week, and I hope that you're excited because next week is Thanksgiving, a holiday where we all get a chance to give thanks and really be more aware of what's important in our lives. I met with some high school students this week, and I talked to them about writing and asked them about how long are the papers that you've written so far in high school. And they said about 5 pages, about 6 pages. And I told them about a 30-page paper that I had to write in college. And when I say the gasp in the room was so loud, and I thought to myself, as a first-generation college student, I didn't really understand either that my papers would grow while I was in college. And I certainly didn't understand about this piece of editing and revising and looking it over. So today we're going to talk about what does it mean to revise a college paper. So when I'm revising a paper, the very first thing that I'm doing is I look at my assignment once again. I want to reread it. And when you reread your assignment, you're looking to make sure that the paper that you actually wrote meets the criteria for what the assignment was originally about. I know for me, sometimes I can get off on a whim because of the way I write and because of the way I think. I can kind of put too much information in there, and that information can kind of flow away from what I was originally assigned to write about. So take the time to reread the assignment, reread the instructions as you are revising your paper. A second tip that I have is I find that it's easier to understand my paper and really know if it's a good product if I actually print it out on hard paper. There's certainly something to say about technology and reading on a tablet or even reading on a laptop and looking at my words and trying to make sure the paper fits. But it's very different when you actually print it out and you have a hard copy in your hand and you're reading that information to make sure that it is the best of what you have to offer for your professor. Another piece that really works when you're revising is actually read your paper out loud. Saying it out loud sometimes helps you to be able to understand if your thoughts are clear, if what you're trying to say actually makes sense in the way that you say it. Reading it out loud, making sure you're hearing your voice, again, making sure that it makes sense, because the goal of revising a paper is to make sure that it's clear. So as you're reading it out loud, listen to what you're saying, and if it makes sense to you, it'll make sense to your professor as well. My last tip is make sure that you can identify your thesis, your main point, and your details. We all know what's comprised of in a scholarly paper, and all of these 3 areas are important to make sure that your paper is cohesive and again makes sense. This is your opportunity, if you need to add or delete certain things within your paper, to move paragraphs around. So again, it's a good flow as you're looking to answer the question of why you're actually writing this paper. At the very end of it, make sure that there is clarity. Make sure that everything looks exactly how you need it to look. Your paragraph should be in the right place. You should be able to easily identify each section, each supporting point, and everything should flow exactly the way that you want it to. Usually revising comes in if after you turn in your first draft to your professor, but it doesn't always have to be after you've turned in a draft to them. You can also make sure that you have your own draft, and as you revise that, moving along. Well, I hope that helps you as you are becoming great writers. Your homework for this week. Next week's a holiday, guys. You don't get homework. What I want you to do is enjoy time with your family and your friends. And if you're staying on campus during the holidays, enjoy the time that you have there with the faculty or the staff that are staying along with you. And remember to think about something that you're thankful for. So enjoy your Thanksgiving next Thursday, and I'll be back on Friday pretty full of turkey and everything else that comes along with it. Until then, remember, you are beautifully and you're wonderfully made, pioneers, and you belong. Have a happy holiday. Bye.